Hello, dear friends. Welcome to another study of the Spiritist magazine. What a blessing to be with you today. Here we are for another study of one of the articles from one of the wonderful authors that we have in the Spiritist magazine. We always recommend that you join us by visiting spiritistmagazine.org. You'll find the link to the apps in the Google and App stores, a way to order a physical copy of the magazine, a link to the Facebook page of the magazine, a contact form, and also, if you're able to, a form for donations. Every Tuesday evening, we come together to dissect. We're going to study and dissect, meaning taking into small parts, one of the articles so that we can find the wisdom that we can apply into our daily lives. So today we're going to have a most beautiful message by the Spirit Euripedes Barsanulfo titled Seek Inner Renewal. And this is on issue 44 of the Spiritist magazine, which I will right now share the screen with you. So when you find yourself watching this live or on demand, this is the magazine. In my computer, that's how the PDF version of the magazine shows up. You can use spiritistmagazine.org. And then I will scroll up and down, and this is the way the cover of the magazine looks like. Many wonderful articles about microbial invasion by Andrea Louise, learning by May May, which we studied last week. And today is about seeking inner renewal. Dear friends, what a blessing to be here knowing that of the importance of renewing ourselves each and every day. If we think about it, we're constantly renewing ourselves. We're renewing our thoughts, we're renewing our ideas. Our physical body is renewing itself every 90 days, 90 to 120 days. You have a new set of red blood cells. The cells that were with you when you're born are not the ones you're here today with you. After decades of the physical existence, everything gets renewed. For very few exceptions in our brain, for example, then even our bones, which we think of static, are constantly modeling and remodeling to grow, to repair. So that's how we need to renew ourselves, of our spirit, of our psychological problems, of our emotional content. It's always a renewal. And the Euripedes Barsanulfo will bring to us the message of how it's done today, as I will make sure we can all read together. We're going to hide the sidebar and we're going to go down to the messages of inner renewal. So let's take a break. Just a quick deep breathe in, breathe out, activating our parasympathetic system to calm ourselves and give ourselves this 20 minutes to half an hour every so often to study and to learn. And after this program, I hope you'll join Carol Correa at 9 p.m. of this study of the divine laws. So very short message, but very full of wonderful teachings. As you know me, I'm always going to be adjusting so we can only see so much. Brothers and sisters, this is a beautiful greeting by Euripedes Barsanulfo. As we read the message, they're modeling to us how to communicate. So how about we greet ourselves as brothers and sisters in humanity, just as we know we are all children of God. The time has arrived. We enter the vortex of the road where two lines, that of good and of evil, intersect. They come together, forming a basic angle of transition necessary to the evolution of the planet. In which side are you? Did you know there is a line of good and a line of evil? in the Spirit's book, we have in the first chapter of part 3 of the Divine Laws that Karoko is beautifully studying at 9 p.m. every Tuesday, p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have the definition as every time we do something, we compare with the divine laws. And if we are aligned with the divine laws, we are doing good. If we're misaligned, that's when we're doing evil. So there's a straight line. The times of planetary transition, right now, it's glaringly obvious. The good and the evil clashing. There's this line. There's an angle being formed, meaning for you and I. When we evolve and we're following the evolution of the planet, we want to stay here. We want to cooperate and collaborate so that we can evolve together. Which side are we? In each thought, in each idea, we can align good, evil. And then we can look around and clearly sometimes see who is aligned in each side. Euripedes says, it's necessary to define your position before your conscience. It's not me asking, it's not you, it's our conscience. And when I go to sleep at night, do I do a life review, such as St. Augustine talks about, question and answers 919, asking myself, what were the majority of my thoughts and my actions? Was I kind? Was I compassionate? Is my conscience telling me I need to go back and address something that I didn't do before? It's a very important way of seeing this. He says, it's necessary to define the true sector in which are situated the tendencies and vices. So what are we mostly thinking about? What are the things, vices we still have to work on? Maybe the collective vices, too much social media, that is not good, distracting ourselves with substances which are harming the physical body. Yes, friends, alcohol does harm the physical body. Food, too much processed food, too much food that is not healthy for the composition of the physical body. Which sector? What am I most drawn to? Because those are our tendencies. Is my tendency to be helpful, to be kind, to look around and to find help? My tendency is to be organized. And I'm thinking about, okay, if today ended, how am I going to leave my things behind? I take care of my loved ones daily, but I also leave my affairs organized. We always have to think about this. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. So today we work for the good. Apart from this knowledge of yourself, so he's inviting us to stop. Remember, the title is Seek Inner Renewal. Unless I know who I am, I cannot find that my foundation of spiritual progress is happening. So we need to know where we are, and then we can go from there. The touchstone is be anchored in the levels and teachings of Christ. Then I say, this is where I am, this is what I most do, these are things that I find myself gravitating towards, and then what? Then I improve, and I make a plan to improve. If you were to go to the physician today, she or he will ask you, what are you here for? I'm here for X. And then they'll take a history. Like that, they want to know what the behind the scenes is. And in their mind, they're trying to find a differential diagnosis. They're trying to find a pattern. They're like, oh, it could be this, could be that. Oh, you said this is not that. And then they do the labs and exams, and we come to a most likely cause. So when we are knowing of ourselves, we're doing the same. We have to know where we are. We cannot anymore do what majority of people on the earth are doing, which is to just go with the flow. And then we find ourselves in situations that are not adequate, that are not helpful. We all been there. There's not a judgment. We've all been there. Look back on your youth. How many dumb things we've done because we wanted to fit in, we wanted to our friends to like us, but in truth, we are accountable to our conscience, which has the divine laws inscribed in it, because we know if we're doing something wrong, meaning if we're harming others, if something goes against the precepts taught by Christ. Therefore, should be an accounting of thoughts and impulses that vibrates in the course of tasks, of entertainment, of fellowship with other individuals. Because sometimes people come to us and says, "Oh, but it's just a thought. Ah, it's just a movie. It's violent. Has all this war and bloodshed. Ah, it's just a movie." No, why am I gravitating towards this? It's just a video game. It's just a game. It's just a comment. He says, Euripedes Barsanulfo says, there should be an accounting of thoughts and impulses that vibrate in everything that we do from the time we wake up. Hopefully we pray and then we go to hygiene and we take care of business. We get ready for work, for school. We get our loved ones ready and then we go through the motions. What is the accounting of your thought and impulses? Very simple. When you are driving, we all drive somewhere in the US, unfortunately. There's no great system of public transportation except for a few good cities that have that. But the majority of us are going to and from the grocery store, the friend's house, the Spiritist center, the school, the children's school, daycare, our jobs. What is the account of thoughts and impulses throughout? Am I angry? Am I mad? Am I joyful? Am I thankful for what I have, right? You're able to drive, you have your cognition, we don't have a physical disability or emotional or psychological disability. So that's from the simplest. So once we can master the simplest, then God will send us more and more and more to do. Of entertainment, of fellowship. So what do I consider entertainment? Sitting on a couch the whole week watching the games and drinking and eating? Or am I taking some time to help others, to volunteer, to go to the center, to go to the food bank as we do here in Richmond, to feed the homeless, where other places do? So we have to think of this. The result from this analysis will be the whole foundation or your evolution of our evolutionary initiation. So that's the beginning. We need to know we are on the earth. It's a planet of trials and expiations. Go look at question 100 of the Spirit's book all the way to 113, 116, where it shows us the scale of evolutionary spiritual progress. So where are we? What are our thoughts? Which kind of spirits are we? Still imperfect, right? Because if we're good, we would be the missionaries who come to help, or we would be in a different sphere. So we all in this together, and we can help one another, nourish our souls just as we are doing together. He says, my brethren, dedicate yourselves to the divine work of love, seeking your inner renewal. All these messages come back to one thing, love. Loving our friends, loving our loved ones, our family, so on and so forth. What a blessing love is. Love, as Leon Denis says, is the glue that keeps all of the worlds in the universe together. So we are here to help one another, not just about me, my mind, my family, my kids, my school, my work. No, it's ours. Because when our fellow beings don't have, we also feel it. We are here in society to complement one another. The voices of good are calling you in the path of light and love. They are all over us. The voices of goodness of our guardian angels, of our guides, of the guardian angels of others, of the superior spirit who guides the missionary paths on the earth. There's so much good that happens around us. They're calling us, come with us, help us. We're here. Pay attention, right? Instead of drowning our senses with stimuli, which is very easy to do when we have these right at our fingertips. And we keep going. He says, open your ears to the message of the messengers of the Lord who want nothing other than your ascension. The good spirits are always cautioning us. Do more good, be kinder, be nicer. Notice the days you are giving of yourself to others are the days that you're going to feel the best, because even science already shows the volunteer and giving of others much better than to receive. That's one way of thinking of it. If nothing, do it for selfishness. Let's open our ears to the messages that the messengers of the Lord are giving us. And they're there, they're whispering, their intuition, the feeling we have when we're going to do something is not quite right. We know, our conscience knows. And they're there, come on, I'm watching you, do better, do better. They're the good teachers that see us for the potential that we have. May God protect you now and forever. Remember, he starts with a greeting, brothers and sisters, as a reminder of us being this collective humanity on earth and elsewhere. And he ends asking the protection of God. It's a beautiful way to think about how we talk, how we speak, the accounting of our tasks, of our actions. Do I wash the dishes grateful that I have food? Do I drive my car grateful that I have transportation? Do I wash the dishes and the laundry thankful that I have stuff to dress my physical body with? So we want to be thankful. We want God to protect us. We want to open our ears to hear, our eyes to see the possibilities of goodness that present to us each and every day. Dear friends, thank you so very much for being here. This was from the book Euripedes, O Espírito Compromisso by Corina Ovelina, through the medium Alzira Bessa França Almui. The message was psychographed by Corina Ovelina when she was incarnated back in 1955 and published by Editora Esperança e Caridade, would be editor, publisher, Hope and Charity. And this message, so that you can go back and read and study and share with your loved ones, this program and the messages is called Seek Inner Renewal. Everything's available to you free of charge at spiritistmagazine.org. Dear friends, have a blessed day, a blessed night, live on demand. Remember, God is protecting us, God is with us, and God expects that we will love one another just as our Master Jesus has loved us. God willing, I'll be back with you next week with another program here at the Spiritist Magazine program on Kardec Radio. Stay well, stay safe, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.